All right, SPY starting off, seeing we're still in the box, not trending. Look, it's just sideways. It's consolidation. I mean, you have false breakout right back in the box. The thing is that I think at the end of the day, you still have to have as much as you want to get bearish, you still have to have a bullish bias. This is just congestion. Uh, it's not showing anything to say, okay, it's coming down. It's not a trend. It's just sideways consolidation. So I think, if I took all of this shit off, everything, right? We started from scratch. We could see that pretty much whatever. So we could see that it's just trading the box, but it's trading the box from a bullish move. I mean, this is clearly, it kind of got a little sloppy right here, but it's been moving up again. False breakout. Now it's just again back into a sloppy trading range. So it's just moving sideways. I mean, you could start trying to put an M, try to put an A, but at the end of the day, I think that what you do is you find another market to trade. Look at commodities markets, see what's in there. Look at the currency market, see what's in there. All these things are using the same damn pretty much the same behaviors. Currencies can be a little bit different, but everything, the commodities wise, I mean, you're trading patterns, right? So if you didn't know this was SPY and you saw it was another, let's say this was cattle, what would you say? You'd say it's trading sideways. Do you want to trade that, or you want to guess? I don't want to guess tops and bottoms because you could to guess this, to guess this, to guess this, to guess this is the bottom, or each time that's too risky. I wouldn't want to do that. So I just want the trend. And if there's not a trend, you could say inverse head and shoulders. I mean, definitely could. I bet you people are going to start calling that, saying, okay, we got the neckline right here, and you have shoulder, head, another shoulder, whatever. I think that you just look at the price action and say, okay, let it break out to wherever it's going to break out. Then give me something to go back in, because this action, again, this is pretty much bipolar over the year. You had a full pull down. You had a pull down in the beginning, pop, back hammer. Okay, everybody wants to go long. Then you had a great looking morning and pull back into. If you go to like a 15-minute, you can see they pushed it down in the morning, and then they pushed it back up, or they pushed it up in the morning and pulled it back down. So it's really, if you're nimble, you got some great pay in the morning. If you're nimble and got to the end of the day, you took some, maybe you took this short right here to the downside, but that shit is hard. That shit is not. The swing traders are probably just sitting in a ton of cash, because at the end of the day, what are you going to do with this? You have a lot of conflicting signals. You have this huge move down, pull all the way up, grinding up. You have this chop. This is not a good. You're not getting nice trend here. This is just, just creeping crap right now. It's not giving you much. The MACD is kind of flattish, so it's not giving you a tell. So you got to look at the names that are paying well. But let's look at the QQQ. You can see that it's just, again, this is just another sloppy, to me, just a sloppy trend to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if they pop it back up. How about that? I wouldn't be surprised if you give a higher low and blast it up and take out all the people that are overly short. IWM, I think this one is, again, another shitty looking trend to the way down. I mean, I think that they're going to give a higher low. I mean, everybody's getting all bearish and stuff. I mean, that's now how double bottoms don't mean shit to me. You can look and see, I think they're just going to fake them out and push it up to the upside. As crazy as it sounds, that's what I think they're going to do, because it just seems so damn obvious, and everything that's obvious to me is a setup. A lot of patterns that you hear constantly over and over and over, to me, are setups. Double bottoms, double tops, head and shoulders. I think they put that out there in the news so everybody can look for it, so they can make it look like that and then just push it to the other side and squeeze everybody out. Everybody doesn't know. So just be careful. You have the diamond. The diamond actually nibbled this way over there, gave you a shooting star. So if you want to manage your risk and say, okay, I'm going to take a short right here because of this being prior resistance, have at it. But I mean, you have higher lows. You have a higher low here, here, here. So let's look at some names. Apple. I mean, Apple's just giving a pullback. I think that if it breaks this high of the day, it rips back up to the upside. I wouldn't be getting short this right here, right now, even though this action is but it's just congestion to me. This is not telling me that it's time to short. I mean, it's under the 10, but if it breaks above this high, it'll be over the 10. Bearish. MACD hasn't even confirmed yet, and the volume is decreasing to the downside. You have price line. Price line. This one just looks like it's going down. Looks like it's going down. Now, is this exhaustion is the key, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's under the 200 moving average. Let's look at Facebook. Facebook is coming to test these previous, right now this is just sloppy. This is not a trend. This is just sloppy sideways congestion. Yes, you got a lower high here, but again, it's just sloppy. I want stuff that trends nice like this, like boom, 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 up, 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 up. You got Tesla. Tesla touched the, gave you a lower high from here and then rolled down. I would be taking profits from here. I'm not looking to get short. Okay, I think that would be the chase. You just wait for something, a better setup, and move to the downside. The MACD is bearish. So I really keep, let's look at Google. Again, it's in this channel, but it's not a sloppy as trend. It's not it's just sloppy. So I think that if they give it a higher low, they'll blast this shit up. It's kind of weird, but I kind of don't like the obvious. The obvious seems like, they want to set you up. And I think that's just Wall Street talk. A lot of these patterns, some of them in a weird way to sound pessimistic, are thrown out there so all of us as retail people can watch them. And once they show that pattern, people, the sentiment turns so bearish, they're like, haha, got their ass. And they run it up and squeeze out, and they got all the orders they need to get their big orders filled. So kind of think like that to say, okay, this has been coming down very weak and very slow. Let's see what happens from there. All right, take care.